Republican nomination for U.S. House in Texas's 26th district. I believe it was Tony Nell is also as well on top in that other race. Let's see if I can pull it up here online now from Fox of what we're monitoring. But that is also another race we're keeping our eye on. So we could be hearing from some people right now here of what's to come. Greg Abbott, the event about to begin. Let's just listen in here briefly on Live Now.
Howdy, Minnesota mess makers with your fraud-filled fantasies. Time to roast the Somali scam that's bringing the state to its knees. Templeton Walls jazz hands himself, letting it fester for years, while billions vanish like magic, poof, amid the cheers and the tears. From another dimension of deceit where truth's just a joke. These schemes are beyond belief, leaving taxpayers broke. Picture this absurdity, fake meals for ghost kids and the feeding our future scams. Somali run non-profits billing millions, who gives a damn? Autism therapy fraud, phony diagnosis for kickbacks galore. Parents getting payoffs while the state pays more and more. Daycare disaster centers with no tops inside, like the Leering Center, can't even spell it right. Healthcare highs, Medicaid money flowing like wine. Who's in for the homeless now? Just pockets they line. Big ho, this first gotta go, go. Templeton's jazz hands dancing slow. What a clown show. Billions stolen, justice coming fast. Somali schemes crashing at last. Nick Shirley's camera lighting the fuse. Citizen journalism exposing the ruse. Waste of dough, waste of trust, waste of time we all pay. Jazz hands walls, your game's up today. Templeton news since 2018, but turned a blind eye for the racism card. Let the fraud multiply, whistleblower silence. Call bigots and worse, all funds funneled to terror groups, that's the curse. And chicken embezzlement and charter school cheats, faking Romans, ghost students, endless receipts. Additional atrocities, money laundering rings, luxury cars overseas, what's the bling it brings? From evil parallel worlds where logic's on vacation. These irrational rip-offs defy explanation. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this fraud's gotta go, go. Jazz hands waving, but the truth's gonna show beyond belief. These Somali steals, justice rolling in on federal wheels. Nick Shirley's YouTube dropping the bomb. Viral video making them squirm like a prom. Waste of billions, waste of years, waste of our hard-earned cash. Tampons, Tim, your legacy's trash. Oh, the hypocrisy's thick, like no kings then free dictators. But here it's walls dancing around the investigators. Gaze for Hamas vibes, back in what kills their own. Somali fraudsters laughing all the way home. Unrealistic dreams of endless free rides, while real kids starve. Truth hides from universe where facts don't exist. These woke wonders persist and persist. Nick Shirley, the hero with cam in hand. Citizen sleuth exposing the grand scam plan. Over 90 charged, 85 Somali ties, 64 convicted, no more alibis. Feeding fake futures, housing phantom poor. Autism kickbacks knocking on justice door. Daycare doors locked, no kids to be found. The Leering Center, absurdity unbound. Healthcare hustles, education on cons. Additional frauds like endless marital farms. Tampon Tim's tenure of fraud fuel farce. Jazz hands flailing, but the end's not sparse. Hey, hey, ho, ho, this road's gotta go, go. Tampon Tim's jazz hands stealing the show. Somali schemes beyond belief's edge. Justice coming like a sledge. Nick Shirley's light shining bright and true. Citizen journalism seeing us through. Waste of time, waste of lives, waste of the American dream. Walls is watch, what a scream. Illogical leaps, irrational raids on the till. Unrealistic raise the spark, citizen fire igniting. Justice coming swift, no more hiding or fighting. Stay fraudulent fools, or better yet, face the music reel. 6 minutes of silence, now seal the deal.
Well, dawn broke early on February 28. Trump gave the word, no more waiting at the gate. U.S. and Israel, side by side in the fight, launched them strikes deep into the Iranian night. Targeting the mullahs, the press and their crew, nuking their nukes before they could brew. Tehran shaking with explosions in the air, smoke rising high, showing we mean business there. God bless America. God bless America. God bless America, land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must, no apologies here. Iran's regime's done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and Israel making the bad guys kneel. Trump's calling the shots, urging folks to rise up, overthrow the tyrants, fill freedom's cup. Trump's message rings out, your freedom's at hand. To the Iranian people, take back your land. We hit their leaders, supreme and the rest. Joint ops with Israel, putting them to the test. They fight back wild at bases in our alley, but our defenses hold under that Middle East sky. No more hiding threats, no more playing games. Trump's bringing justice in America's name. God bless America, land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must, no apologies here. Iran's regime's done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and Israel making the bad guys kneel. From the Gulf to the skies, the world's watching now. Trump standing tall, showing them how. No endless wars, but when push comes to shove, we protect our own with strength from above. Iran's retaliation, just desperate flails, while our forces strike true, tipping the scales for peace through power. That's the American way. Trump's leading the charge, saving the day. God bless America. God bless America, land of the free and brave. Land of the free and brave. With Trump at the helm, we're riding the wave, kicking ass when we must, no apologies here. Iran regime done, their end is near. Missiles fly back, but they won't break our steel. U.S. and Israel making the bad guys kneel. Trump's calling the shots, urging folks to rise up, overthrow the tyrants, fill freedom's cup. Yeah, Trump's America, strong and true, kicking ass for me and you. God bless the USA and Trump too.
I think I got it finally. My lord, I'm having all kinds of issues with my sound devices. I don't know what the problem is. I'm trying to get it resolved here, but I don't understand what's going on. It's since I left and came back this last weekend and moved things around a little bit. So I'm thinking it's probably a cable. I didn't get a chance today to rearrange everything, but tomorrow I will change out the 3 or 4 USB cables that I've got on my sound devices and see if maybe that's possibly it. It does seem to be working right now, but I had to reset it like 10 times, but it finally did start working. So anyway, there you go. Yeah, you got a little more of that song you guys like. That's kind of my opener song there. And I played a couple of others. I played one about all of the incredible fraud that we've got going on out in Minnesota. Wow, I just noticed something here. Yeah, just like I thought. Okay. All right. We're getting there. Hold on. I'm literally trying to get things to come up here. I got home. I had plenty of time, but nothing's cooperating. ChatGPT still has not given me my meta tags for tonight. I just went through and changed yesterday's meta tags a little bit. I didn't know what else to do. Kind of ridiculous. I don't understand these things. It's like if this equipment, it's so much stuff that has to work together. And you know what I've noticed with work, if you buy expensive equipment, then it will generally stay good. If you buy less than professional quality equipment, then of course it's not going to last near as long. It's not going to work as well together. And I'm kind of somewhere in between. I've got some professional quality equipment here and some that is just good user quality equipment. So I've got a little bit of both here. And when it comes to my screens and stuff, I buy used if I can. So it all just depends on where we're at. But like my cameras, I spend a lot of money on those, and they still aggravate me sometimes. But there is what you get. All right, guys. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, and on tonight's adventure, we are watching the skies over Tel Aviv and Haifa, and also over different points in Israel. And so we've got a bunch of different views up. I think we got 5 different sky views up, and then we've got several of these composite ones up. The only thing going on right now, protest-wise, is that one that I've got up there. And I can't even see what they're trying to show us at this point. And then I got Fox Raw up there in the upper right. It seems things have quieted down some tonight, but there is plenty of news for us to go through, and so we will definitely do that. All right, let's see here. What a crazy day. All right, yeah, we got a pretty big sunspot, 4378, coming across the middle of the sun now, but it doesn't really show too much of a magnetic It doesn't show the telltale signs magnetically that it's wanting to explode. Hey, Mama Kitty, you gonna come over and say hi to everybody? Mom Kitty, see, she got so sick a while back. You see, she's turning white around the edges. She does this. This is the third time that she almost died. And this is the thing. Hey, Daniel, thank you for being here. And let me see, my alert noise is turned off, but it's on now. All right, so there we go. I make sure all my noises and my sounds are turned on. Welcome aboard the Starship, Daniel. Appreciate you coming on in. And welcome aboard. We are here every night at 9 o'clock. And you are always welcome to come in. I'm looking through. We've got a bunch of different sources here of audio. And there is a lot going on. So we are going to go through everything tonight. Let's see what's going on in the chat room. Hello, everybody. Hello, Canna Club, Dispatch Deploribus, Matt, Jungle Jordy. Hello, everybody. 48 Cadillac Jack. Welcome in tonight. Victor, thank you for being here. 48 Cadillac, already said. And let's see. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry, but I tried to get everybody. Is that Ein Tosa? I see you there, and let's see, anybody else that I missed? I'm just kind of scrolling back. William, thank you for being here. And I think that's about it. Rob. And yeah, okay, so hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's Mama Kitty and I in here tonight. Yeah, we have a pretty unique show here. We do politics, but we do mostly science. We try to, when we can, get away from the politics. We do. When I produce conservative talk radio, and we always, it's funny because we like to talk about UFOs, and we like to talk about AI, and we like to talk about culture stuff, and we get complaints when we do on that show. It's like people are calling and people calling complaints to our boss or send in complaints in the email, and it says, I think you guys should take this more seriously. My God, the world's coming to an end, and you jokers are sitting around flapping your gums about UFOs and shit. Well, you know, the truth is people get sick of it all hardcore all the time. And if you guys want hardcore politics, there's 1,000 places you can get that. Much of it is the same flavor as I'm giving you. But I figured if I sprinkle in the politics with something that's more interesting to a lot of people, which is science and radio and propagation and space weather and terrestrial weather and storm chasers and police actions and breaking news and live coverage and all that kind of good stuff, I think that kind of makes this a lot more interesting for everybody. A lot of my people are ham radio. A lot of them aren't. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a ham radio person to get into what we do here, because we only do ham radio every now and then. And even when we do, a lot of people say they find it very interesting. Still a no-fly zone over Iraq, Iran, and most of Israel. Still pretty much a no-fly zone. Also Syria in the no-fly zone. And also Kuwait in the no-fly zone. So, I mean, it's making travel really difficult. I know, and I'm sure I don't know if I have anybody in here that may be watching from the Middle East, but if there's any Americans in the Middle East, you need to contact the State Department. Even though you may think that you're outside of reach, or you may think that you're safe for right now, or you may think that, you know, it's okay. And this is whether you're in Israel, or whether you're in Gaza, or whether you are in Iran, or whether anywhere you are. If you're an American, you need to contact the State Department and let them know how many and where you're at. We need to try to get some of these folks out of here, especially if you're inside this zone over there. It's a good idea just to come on out of there. You can always go back. All right. Yeah, it's going to be some rough weeks there coming, and we need to get all the Americans and all the people who are legally living here, or are citizens here, or naturalized here. We want to get you back. We want you home safe, and so please contact the State Department, and they will work to get you home. Greta Thunberg. Yeah, that chick. Sorry, but every time she gets mentioned in the show, I have to play it, guys. I have to play it. This was one of my coolest movie trailers. I do spoof movie trailers. I used to do them a lot more, but now AI makes everything else so much more fun. But I do movie trailers, and this was one after she did that big protest where nobody really knew what they were protesting. I made this movie trailer about 3 or 4 years ago. We've played this actually on the terrestrial radio probably 4 times, and I've played it on here 3 or 4 times. But here it is again. It's about 1.5 minutes long. This is the new Greta Thunberg movie coming soon to theaters near you, rated R.
Rated R starts Friday at select locations. Starts Saturday everywhere.
And you guys need to check that. It's going to be a great movie. All right, and you can't see the trailer because I'm in radio. I don't do the. I did not have the budget to do the video side of that. Okay, so that was from the radio. That was something I did on my radio station. So anytime I play stuff for radio for you guys, it is just going to be the audio side. Sorry about that. Oh, and guys, guess what? I was kind of hoping to get some early trolls in here. Is there any trolls in here? Because liberals, I've got something that's going to help. Trumpenol has come out with 5 new products tonight. Yes, surprise, surprise. Trumpenol, they have been working overtime, and the products are being carried in even more crazy places. And we're going to be showing you all that here in just a minute. I got to tell you, I'm happy that Trumpenol is becoming so successful, and the blend of medication is actually bringing relief to assholes all across the country. And so I'm pretty stoked that we're able to bring a product to there, and I'm glad to be a shareholder in the company. Boy, I hear a lot about this Blue Texan. What's up with this guy? He ran away from here. He don't come back. Anyway, that's all right. I'm used to that shit. I need some kind of title like Troll Slayer. He was on a different show, yeah. Victor, that's always the case. Anytime there's a vacuum in leadership, it's dangerous. It's just like the most unstable position of a ladder is straight up and down. When you are in a situation where you are at equilibrium and it could go either way, it could go the wrong way. And so unfortunately, that's the way it is. But we do not want to get into nation building. One of the things I think we need to never, ever try again, like we did in Iraq and like we did in Afghanistan. What a failure, what a failure. We need to stop nation building. People over there don't want our way of life. They don't want our Constitution, all right? A lot of these people like living in the 6th century. And I'm not sure that that's not their right if that's how they want to live. They just need to leave us alone. And I think that's where the problem comes in, because that's the whole reason why we're at war with them right now, is because they've been killing Americans, and it's been going on for years. and they were gearing up for another attack on our assets. So it looks like we've lost this feed. Let me see what the hell's going on. I'm looking for protest feeds, guys. If you see anything, skyline views over in the over in the Middle East, not a problem right now, but I'm actually looking right now. What I'm actually looking for is protest feeds. If anybody knows of any protesting that's going on. All right, and that is the Minneapolis, the where it says protest up there. That's Minneapolis, and that is at a bus terminal. So again, it's a protester looking for a protest. Jeez. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And you know, is it? I'm just gonna say, Miss Elise. That's perfectly fine. I've met 2 or 3 people, both at the Ham Fest and at the Walmart the other day, that watch my show regularly, and they lurk. They don't type, and that's perfectly fine. I'm right now. There's 83 people watching, but there's only about 20 or so people actively chatting. So really, lurking is kind of what most people do, actually. And that's perfectly fine. But I love the chat room because it moves the show along. It also gives me new and interesting ideas and things to talk about and ideas for future shows. And it also gives me instant feedback on how I'm doing and what I'm doing. So yeah, I like the instant feedback of the chat room. We got the same thing at work. We've got a text line, and people can text us. And boy, we get some raw ass texts every now and then. And although it's a little different than what we have here, it's still a way for people to give us instant feedback on the show. Did that come back up or not? It looks like it's completely locked up, that one in the middle. I guess I'm going to have to find something else to go in there. Yeah, see, I think that feed is locked up even on here. Let me see here, different browser. Yep, it's locked up on the live that it's coming out on. So that one's done until someone figures it out and resets it. Here's that one from the other night. This one wasn't so bad. Let me put this one up. And I'm going to be standing by all weekend. I know it's still, what is it, only, we're only Tuesday here. But if it ends up being an all weekender like last weekend, I am available this weekend to do it again. So that's cool. Well, I appreciate that, Dispatch. Good. I didn't expect that crazy nut Jasmine Crockett to win. What a nutbag. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's what some people... Oh, let me go let Eddie in because we'll just have to listen to the mouth if I don't. Come on, Ed. Come on, Eddie. Come say hi to everybody. Come on. Come on. Come on. And he's gone. That quick. You know why? Because he wants to come see me because he wants me to go to bed. The sun's down, Dad. Go to bed. Number one. Number two, before he can even deal with me, he's got to go make sure she doesn't have better food than he's got in the house. That's the way cats think. He's over there right now eating her food. She's over there watching him going, that bastard. I really wish he wouldn't let that thing in here. But they get along okay. You understand that most of the people in here are not boomers, Lead. I know you're just trolling, but just for the record, I mean, understand that. People born older, people that were born in back 65 or back are boomers. I was born 4 or 5 years after that, so I'm actually into the next generation quite a bit. So, if it makes you feel better to call us boomers, then go ahead. I mean, that's fine. Daddy's not feeling well. I don't know. He's in my room right now. He's okay. I've went and checked on him. He's doing okay. I gave him some dinner, but he's just not feeling well. His lungs are full, and he's having a real hard time. That cat's 10 or 11 years old, and he's used up most of his 9 lives. I'm hoping a couple more years with him, but I don't know. This is going to eventually take him out. He's having a real hard time, and I think he had a stroke, and I think that's why he's filling up with fluid, and he's having a real hard time, because after a stroke, obviously one half of your body doesn't perform as well as it used to, and things like that. And I don't know. It's kind of a bad thing with Daddy, but all the other ones are healthy. Everybody's doing good, but just Daddy's sick right now, and I mean, he may pull through it. He's pulled through it many times before, because he's a sickly cat. You got to remember, these are inbred neighborhood street cats that I took in. I had a neighbor that died, and I took all his cats in. And they've all become my cats, and I love them to death. I do. But unfortunately, none of them are going to live to be 20 years old. They're all 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11 right now. And they're all not going to live past 15 or 16. So I'm just dealing with that in my brain, you know? No, I don't drink a whole lot of vitamin C, but I eat a lot of decent food. I mean, I do okay, but I probably need to. I don't feel well. I haven't felt well in a couple days. I got pretty run down over the weekend. I had a lot going on this weekend that you guys didn't see. Plus, I had a lot on here that you guys did see. So it was just one of those things. I've never heard of that, Generation Jones. That's interesting, Deploribus. Yeah, 1953 to 1964. Now, I actually know personally, there's a couple of boomers in here. But there's nothing wrong with boomers. Well, things bother me, like all the people now that are graduating high school were born after 9/11. I mean, think about that. Everybody right now that's graduating high school was born years after 9/11. So to them, 9/11 is like Pearl Harbor was to me. When I was young, we used to hear about Pearl Harbor. We would still hear about. My grandmother would talk about the day that Pearl Harbor. She told us the story of how she heard, what she heard, where they heard it from. They're all sitting around the Victrola. You know, I mean, the stories. That was our 9/11 is their Pearl Harbor. It happened before they were born, and it's something they hear their parents and their grandparents talk about. But it's not something that they were even here for, and therefore it doesn't seem to carry the same resonance or importance that it would for someone of another generation. So I worry about stuff like that because of the way it works. You know, we hardly know anything about World War I because they've all been dead. They've all been dead for 20, 30 years now. Now we've reached a point where the last officers are dying. The last lieutenants from World War II are dying. And before long, the last enlisted men will be gone. And there'll be no one left. There's very few left now. I don't even know. I haven't looked it up. But there's very few left now. And once they're gone, all you'll have left now is the European children that were there when the war happened. They can still talk about what they can remember from 80 years ago. And then before long, that will be gone. You know, these people, like I think Steven Spielberg was doing it for a while, or one of those big guys was, where he was doing these interviews. I think Tom Hanks was involved with it, Sinise maybe. And they were doing interviews with all these different people that were World War II. They were getting their stories down before they died. How important is that? I mean, we're about to lose this history, and the way the left rewrites the history books, I worry that generations in the future may not even know what happened. And you know, it's one of those things, like right now we're keeping pretty good records with YouTube and the electronic frontier that we have now. We keep doing amazing things, you know, with everything that we've got now, keeping our own records. But what records are actually being kept from, you know, like 100 years ago or 150 years ago? And that stuff is so important. Is it the last Pearl Harbor? The last Pearl Harbor veteran has died. I believe there was 13 of them left a couple years ago. And it got down to where none, I think this last year, none of them were actually able to make the trip out to the Iwo Jima. You know, that's a big thing every year. They go and go out there, and I think this was the first year that there was not someone there that was there. Now think about that. I mean, that's crazy. This was the first year that there wasn't someone that was there at the memorial. It's literally now just the descendants of those that were there. And so it passes on into history, into the abyss. I don't know, Lead, but if it helps, you know, it's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of, buddy. The ads come into you not based on the channel you're watching, but based on your searching that you do on Google. So if you're getting limp dick ads, then it's probably because you did something. Try searching for condominiums or something, and it'll change what happens. Yeah, kids need to learn about a lot of different things. The kids do need to learn about January 6th. They need to learn about how the justice system was weaponized and used against citizens of this country, and how we throw around terms like insurrection and things like that that don't even apply in this case, and how our country seems to suddenly, if one side does something it's really bad, the other side gets away with it constantly. You know, one side can burn down Target stores and burn down an entire city and they get a pass. The other side has a cigarette in Nancy's office and it's the end of the world. You know, you can't have an unarmed insurrection. I'm just letting you know that. Doesn't work. It doesn't fit the criteria for the thing. So that whole thing is just stupid. But we're glad to have you back, Blue Texan, and everything. You're always welcome to troll here. No, if you believe that, Blue Texan, then of course you're a troll and you're an idiot. January 6th had nothing to do with anybody taking over anything. Okay? It had nothing to do with that. So if you believe that, then you're just a shill, or you're just saying that you believe it because you're a troll. I'm actually of the opinion that many trolls are not even far leftists. They're just people that like to try to harm people. Like they like to, it's Schadenfreude. They like to take pleasure in someone else's pain, and that's cool. I like it because it helps my algorithms. I like it when you guys come in here. Please come in. It helps my algorithms tremendously. All right. I'm always looking for new videos. If you guys come up with anything, let me know. I agree. I agree, Brenda. I absolutely do. All right. Well, guys, I've got something to really show you guys tonight that's really cool. Trumpenol has a whole bunch of new products tonight, and we're going to do them right here live as a live read. I want you guys to really enjoy this. This is really cool. Trumpenol has gone to great lengths, and they sponsor this show and other conservative shows like this, where we're trying to get out the word about Trump derangement syndrome. We're trying to get out and show people, look, this is dangerous. Trump derangement syndrome ruins your life. It ruins your family's life. It ruins everything. And the best thing you can do is medicate for it. So, yes, Blue Texan, I do. Because if you think it was an insurrection, then you're a troll. Because anybody with a dictionary knows it wasn't an insurrection. All right, so anyway, there you go. All right, so tonight, it's Trumpenol, and Trumpenol is not only the sponsor of tonight's show, but they're also wanting me to announce tonight on the show that they have some new medications coming up. Trumpenol, specifically formulated for Trump derangement syndrome. This specific medication will help you find your way back to reality. It'll make you feel happy with what you have, and it will make you want to make your life better instead of wanting someone else to make your life better. Trumpenol, bringing personal responsibility and normalcy back to your life. Trumpenol, an actual amazing medication. You should try some today. And Trumpenol, I hit the wrong button. Also, there's MAGA strength Trumpenol. If the Trumpenol is not strong enough, try MAGA strength Trumpenol. Or if you're wanting a bigger change in your life, you can take this Trumpenol, and next thing you know, you may want to start a nuclear family. You may start inventing, and you may actually become an entrepreneur, and you may get off your ass and go get a job. So MAGA strength Trumpenol, an absolutely amazing medication that can be used to help you get back to normalcy and reality and quit hanging out with those lunatic fringe leftist friends that you have. And if you just can't keep it down, that's no problem, because you can also ram it up your ass. You can use Trumpenol fast-acting suppositories. These amazing suppositories, when shoved properly, will actually make you feel much better about your president, much better about living in a representative republic like we do, and much better about your country as a whole. These things, with just a couple of these up your butt pipe, you'll feel like waving a flag upside up and possibly even getting up and going out and getting a job. So get some of these Trumpenol fast-acting suppositories today, because they are some amazing stuff. And you can also get the butthurt cream. In case you missed putting in the last product, you can get this product, and it will help you with that. This also works really good when your ass is out of place from losing a big election. You know, when you lose the popular vote and you lose the electoral college by like a wedge like you wouldn't believe. Like, this brings us all the way back almost to Reagan-Mondale type of loss. Anyway, butthurt cream, it'll really help you with this big loss, and it may help you with the next one too. Get some butthurt cream today from the makers of Trumpenol, because life really is a pain in the ass. And next, Trump PM. Trump PM will help you sleep. That's right, Trump PM. Sleep good at night. Don't lay there at night being chased by the big bad orange man. Lay there feeling like a patriot. Get up pissing red, white, and blue. And in the morning when you get up, you'll feel like getting a shower and getting in a job. It'll be amazing. You'll feel like a whole new person. And before long, you'll be voting for Republicans. It'll be amazing. Trump PM. And if seeing bullshit's the problem, then take Trump drops. Just a few drops in each eye will actually bring your eyes back into alignment with reality, and you'll be able to see what's bullshit and what's not, like the rest of us. These Trump drops are amazing. However, you have to be careful. The use of these Trump drops can be dangerous, because for the first couple times you see reality, it's going to be scary, and it could cause some kind of other reaction that we're not really aware of. So be careful with Trump drops. because reality's scary when it finally gets there. And mega ears, same thing. 2 drops in each ear, and next thing you know, you'll hear CNN for the bullshit that it is. 2 drops in each ear, and you'll actually hear reality for the first time. And your friends will sound like the crazy nuts that they actually are. And it won't be long for you to figure out what side you really need to be on. That's MAGA ears. Hear real clearly for the first time. Just use caution. The first time you hear reality, it's a bit scary. And overreaction ointment from the makers of Trumpenol. Overreaction ointment is an amazing product. Anytime you walk back and forth in front of a nice building over and over and over again like a stupid jackass, this overreaction ointment will soothe the fire down in your nether regions. It'll make you feel much better about the stupid ass stuff that you're doing down there. And it'll also help with all the shaping from the inflatable costumes you've been wearing. So Trumpenol overreaction ointment, this is made specifically for people out there doing useless protesting. So get some today. That's Trump Overreaction Ointment. And ladies, we're not going to forget about you. If it's that time, let's calm that uterus down. Let's get some MAGA Midol from the makers of Trumpenol. You know, it might make everyone better if you're better. And the next thing is, since you're such an asshole, maybe that's the problem. This preparation orange, when applied liberally to your bunghole, will make you feel much better about your life, much better about your country, and better about everything that's going on. So this preparation orange is just an amazing product. Please use some today and just keep using it until you feel better about your country. It's really good. Soothing assholes for 40 years. Preparation Orange, an amazing product out there. And here's one of our brand new products, okay? People have said we need a way to medicate safely. We need a way to medicate over a period of time. Sometimes when I take Trumpenol, I'll feel like a patriot for a while, and then it will wear off, and I'll suddenly feel like an asshole again. And so what's great about Patriot patches is you peel one of these and you put it on. It's Trumpenol-infused medicated patches. It gives you a long, steady treatment. That treatment carries out over time. And that way, you don't get too much all at once, because you might get some all at once and want to start a family suddenly or something. You don't want to do that. You want to take your time. You want to put one of these patches somewhere where nobody sees it. And next thing you know, it'll give you a nice steady medication for 24 hours. Then you just replace the patch each 24 hours. Patriotic patches, they are really, really cool. And, you know, you got to be careful with them, because they will make you love your country if you use them long enough. And the next thing is the Trump Anti-Rage Rubs. Trump's Anti-Rage Rub is an amazing product. You can give this to your significant other and have them rub it on your shoulders. Have them actually give a shit about you for a change. And maybe you'll stop protesting all the time like some kind of bitch. This is Trump's Anti-Rage Rub from the makers of Trumpenol. It's infused with Trumpenol. And that way, when you rub this stuff on your significant other, not only will it calm them down, but it'll quit making them be so damn un-American all the time. And that's going to be good. Trump Anti-Rage Rub. Just one more medication trying to help make America great again. This is some really good stuff. And, of course, MAGA, it's going to be huge. MAGA, take this today. Maybe throw her some. This is some really good stuff. Could make you suddenly patriotic. You take a few of these and you'll be flying your own flagpole, if you know what I mean. You can go all night with these things. They are amazing. The little blue pill by the makers of Trumpenol. MAGA, get some today and show her your commander-in-chief. There you go. And the next one, MAGA wipes from the makers of Trumpenol. These new medicated wipes, when you use them to clean off all of the crap from these protests, will actually help you feel better about your country. These amazing orange wipes, when used on the skin, will actually help cleanse you of all that negative energy and all of that negative juju that you tend to bring home from all your liberal friends and your union friends there at these big rallies. So get some MAGA wipes today. These wipes are absolutely amazing. Clean up your left-wing messes with MAGA wipes today. And Lib Block. This is one of our great new products. It's called Lib Block because the last thing you need to is impregnate some woman that's a liberal. because then you're stuck with her or you're stuck paying her. And you don't want to do either one of those. So anytime you date somebody, until you find out what party they're in, use Lib Block. Lib Block also has a special spermicidal lotion, and this lotion on the condom will actually not, it kills specifically Democrat sperm. And so you want to make sure that you don't just use regular condoms with your run-of-the-mill spermicide. This actually has spermicide that seeks out and destroys Democrat sperm while they're swimming in your shit. It's actually amazing. All right? So don't risk impregnating some liberal with your seed, okay? Forget about that. Get Lib Block today. Are you nuts? Get Lib Block. You don't want to do that. And are you just suddenly feeling like you hate the country and you don't know why? Try the new THC infused by Trumpenol Mega Meltdown gummy bears. These things are absolutely amazing. They're THC infused, so which means that you'll love the country and you'll be high. It's absolutely amazing. These things have been making people feel good for the last 9 minutes because we just invented them. It's actually amazing. You should try these. They're called Mega Meltdown THC infused Trumpenol for sudden attacks of Trump derangement syndrome. Try 2 or 3 of these and suddenly you'll feel much better and you'll want to listen to Pink Floyd. It's pretty cool. Try some today. Mega Meltdown THC infused Trumpenol gummy bears. And finally, Trumpons. Yes, these, we actually consulted with Tampon Tim's office because nobody knows tampons like Tampon Tim. And when we went and talked to them, here's what we came up with. They're called Trumpons. They're the best tampons you'll ever use. These are MAGA Trumpons. They'll absorb all that bullshit, and they'll keep on working all day and all night for you. That's awesome. Absorb your monthly meltdowns with Trumpons. And these Trumpons are specially formulated, and now they're certified to be used in men's bathrooms all over Minnesota. So there you go. They can be used in men's rooms. It's great. Plug any hole suffering from Trump derangement syndrome with the new Trumpons. Buy them today. They do come with the free applicator. It's pretty cool. And now look at this, an amazing product from the makers of Trumpenol. It's the new Trumpenol MAGA Medkit. This MAGA Medkit has everything that you're going to need in order to have a good time and not be such a prick to everybody. And I think that's really important. So awesome sauce on that one. This is the new Trumpenol MAGA Medkit. It comes with all kinds of different things, including the gels, the pills, the condoms. It comes with everything that you might need. And that way, if you suddenly feel like you need to run an ICE vehicle off the road or something, you can just pull this emergency med kit up, and there's everything you need to become a patriot again right at your fingertips. It's the new MAGA Medkit, and it is awesome. MAGA Medkit, get one today. I don't know why these aren't more popular, but they did just come out, so hopefully they'll become more popular. We'll see what happens. I'm missing one here. I can't believe I'm missing one, but it's okay because I'm still going to show it. Let me... I'm sorry, this is a whole new presentation tonight, so you guys got to excuse me a little bit. This is the funniest one. That's why I want to show it to you. This is the latest product that just came out. It's the new MAGA Tugging Cream. This MAGA Tugging Cream is amazing because if you're just an angry beta male and you just sit around pounding it all day long, this MAGA Tugging Cream will actually bring you some relief, and it will give you a lot more mileage on that puppy before it needs service, if you know what I mean. And this stuff's really good. It's for spanking your commander-in-chief. It's from the makers of Trumpenol, and when you're using this cream, it may become suddenly patriotic and begin to love your country. Overuse can cause frictional injury, loss of the ability to procreate, and death. So watch this one. This is the MAGA Tugging Cream. But we do have this for you today because I think it's important that if you're going to overdo it with our product. That's what we say. And so there you go. And so, you bastard! It skipped on me. All right. So anyway, our stuff is now available all over the place. It's available wherever other stuff is sold. Here we go. It's available at Walmart. It's available at Sky King Fireworks. That's right, Sky King Fireworks. It's also available at Radio Shack. Yep, you heard me right, Radio Shack. It's right between the wire cutters and the Duracell batteries. And it's also located now at all kinds of different stores around the country, like this one here. And this one here, it's located now at marijuana dispensaries. Isn't that amazing? I think it's great that you can buy this shit just about anywhere. There it is in a Publix, and there it is in, I'm not even sure what store that is. Yep, there's Trumpenol. It's everywhere where shit is sold. I cannot believe how many places are carrying it. There's another dispensary. Got a nice selection of Trumpenol there. There we go. It's available now at Circle K. Right on aisle 1 as you walk in the door. You would walk in and take a right. It's right there. And look at that. Buc-ee's. Trumpenol. Buc-ee's now carrying a full line of Trumpenol. It's right between the toffee-colored peanuts and the beef jerky. But that's right there at Buc-ee's. You can buy Trumpenol products. And here, look at this. At the Piggly Wiggly, now available at the Piggly Wiggly, all of our Trumpenol products right there. Absolutely amazing. And here we go, CVS Pharmacy. You can buy them right there. They're right on the delusional medication aisle. And there we go. We're back to the med kit. So there you go. That's your Trumpenol stuff for tonight. You should try thinking about getting one of these med kits. It even comes with the MAGA tugging cream, and it comes also with a selection of 20 or 30 condoms, and it also has a selection of magnums just in case. So you might want to get this MAGA med kit because if you just absolutely slip into derangement suddenly, this is what you need. It also comes with cleanup bags and a sponge. So you can clean up whatever messes your liberal ass has made in that hotel room or whatever. All right, so there you go. It's MAGA Medkit. Get some today. That's Trumpenol from the makers of Trumpenol, the sponsors of this show. It should be sold there, lead, because that is where most of our big hardcore libs they'll shop at some place that like doesn't sell pasta or something. Yeah, our gas prices are continuing to drop here. Yep, Jasmine Crockett losing by 17%. Yeah. I can't wait to see, the full analysis on all this because, we normally see a swing back after the midterm normally swings back. If you have a president that wins by a lot, normally in 2 years, there'll be a swing back. And so we just got to watch that. But I feel pretty good about it. I'm very realistic about these elections, and I feel pretty good about this one. Yeah. I need Amazon and Whole Foods. Maybe I'll show it. I'll show an Amazon box on your porch with all the shit spilled out of it. Maybe. Yeah, I love Amazon. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Prime. I swear by Amazon. I actually probably get about 6-7 things a week. We just got a huge distribution center 12 miles from my house. I now get offered next day delivery. I've already done it 3 or 4 times as a Prime member. It doesn't even cost me more. I ordered some charging cables at 2:00 in the afternoon, and when I got home from work at 7:30, they were sitting in my front yard. That's freaking pretty cool. COVID boosters. Oh my God. Yeah, another left wing failure. Urhan Market. I'm not sure where that is. That over there somewhere. Uh, my favorite now is the Trumpons. I think that's just amazing. Trumpons, certified for use in Minnesota men's rooms. Yeah, mine's Trump ANOL. Trumpenol. It's all satire anyway, so it's all right. Yeah. I'm making ads and stuff. I'm making shirts. I'm gonna have Trumpenol mouse pads. It's gonna be pretty cool. I may even eventually have a bottle of Trumpenol that you can buy and put on your desk as a gag. It'll have the red, white, and blue pills in it and the whole bit. It'll be like gummy bears or, there'll be some candy or something in it. There's actually companies that will specialty make stuff like this. So I'm already kind of looking into it with some seriousness. Yeah, that's true, Deploribus. It's also just a natural switching of energy back and forth the way it works. Doesn't always happen, though. Well, I couldn't leave Tampon Tim out. I mean, come on. I couldn't do that. So, did anybody see the eclipse last night? I want to show you guys a picture of the moon. Here it is. It's a high res shot. This is really cool. Take a peek at this. Look at this. You guys know what that is? That's the lunar eclipse over the top of the Great Wall of China. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I had no idea they lit it up like that at night. That's pretty neat. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Merlin's back. Um, yeah, Trump's actually he's gone beyond what he promised. I mean, he's man, he is just kicking ass. I don't know what else to say. He's doing really good. And the more pissed these people get, the more I know that he's doing good. You want a Trumpenol weekly planner? Okay, I could probably do that. Maybe a Trumpenol annual calendar, and each month will be a different product that's featured. Oh man, I've been working on ads. I've already put one video out that it's me doing that read right there. I may go back tomorrow morning and pull this one that I just did because it's got all the new products, and I may put that one up. Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. All right, so that's it. That's the eclipse. It was last night. The next one's not for a couple of years. So as they say, cool your jets. The aurora, there's not much of an aurora tonight. Things are fairly calm. All right, let me check the news. Let's see what we got here. The New York Attorney General, or crazy whatever her name is, she has now ordered the hospitals to restart trans youth treatments. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these people that they think that your child should be able to hide the fact from you that they want to get surgery and that they want to get estrogen or some kind of testosterone or some kind of inhibitor treatment or something. And these people are not only fighting for your child to be, I don't know what term to use, mutilated. I think that's the best word, both chemically and physically, and then even before they're 18, getting an addictomy or a laparoscopy surgery, and that is pure evil. It is. You're right. It's pure evil. I'm not even saying that if you're 19, 20, 21 years old, do what you want. I don't care what you do to your penis. I don't care what you do to your body. It's yours. All right? I got one. I'm not doing that with mine. You do what you want with yours, okay? But when someone's under 18, they need to be protected from themselves. That's what children do. They're protected from themselves because they make really bad decisions. I often wonder why the left wants the youth to vote when they're 16, but they don't want you to be able to smoke a cigarette, drink, or own a gun till you're 26. Well, you got to make up your mind, okay? You got to make up your mind. Is it 18? Is it 21? Is it 16? Is it 26? Is it 19? What is it? What's the age of majority? What's the age that someone can now make decisions on their own? And whatever that is, for voting, for signing contracts, going to war, smoking a cigarette, smoking a cigar, drinking a beer, smoking a joint, all that stuff, and deciding whether you should be able to get your breasts lopped off, should all be something that you can do at a certain age, the age of adult. If you want to make it 19, if you want to make it 18, but we need one day, one date. No more bullshit. No more, oh, well, it's 23 for guns, but it's 16 for this and 18 for that. No. You're telling me a girl can go and have puberty blocker surgery. A boy can go and have puberty blocker medication. A girl can have her breast taken off, and yet she's 16. Without her parents' permission. Okay? That's okay. But she can't get a tattoo till she's 18. She can't drink a beer till she's 21. She can't sign a contract till she's 18. I want you to think about how ridiculous this is. How ridiculous this is. If it's this important to somebody, you can wait a few years and let's make sure. So many girls become tomboys for a few years and then they go back. These detransitioners, the stories that these detransitioners are telling, oh my God, it's incredible. It depends on the state. Merlin's back on the abortion thing. I think abortion should only be legal for to save the mother's life, rape and incest, and very, very rare occasions. It should not be used as birth control. Yes, it should be taught at home. It should not be something that your guidance counselor or your teacher or your coach or your librarian or your shrink or your psychologist or your medical doctor should talk to you about as a 16-year-old or a 14-year-old. It's something that your mother and your father or your adoptive parents or your whatever, they talk to you about that. And how far they want you to go or let you do or what they want you to do, that's up to them. It's completely up to them. And then beyond that, I think the law should step in and say, we're not mutilating children no more. The day you turn 18, you can go in for the surgery, but we're not mutilating children no more. That needs to be stated. It needs to be a law in all 50 states. I don't believe what I'm saying should affect your ad choices. It's what you search for that affects your ad choices. That's why you're getting all those limp dick ads. And I'm messing with you right now. I'm sorry. You've been messing with me. I'm messing with you. Yeah. You know what? This latest generation is not obsessed by sex like the three before it. That's interesting. Sex, the amount of sex that the young kids are having now per age is actually going down, not up, for the first time in 100 years. William, I completely agree. From 8 to 80, no transition, anything should ever be covered by tax money in any way. That should be cash. And if it gets all infected and gets all messed up, that's cash too. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have done it. Daylight savings time. Yet another abortion that most people want rid of, but yet we still keep it. You know why we keep... This is an interesting story. Do you know why we can't get rid of the switching the clocks back and forth? Do you know 2/3 of us, 66%, want us to never change the clocks again? 67%, 68%. It's over 2/3 want us to never change the clocks again. However, of the ones that don't want to change the clocks, 60% want daylight savings time year-round, and 40% want standard time year-round. And so this makes it, instead of being an 80-20 issue, right, or something fairly close to an 80-20, we almost can get to an 80-20. But the problem is because of the fact that the dissenters, the people that agree with making it stable and not changing it anymore, can't agree on which time they want. So technically there's 3 camps. Each camp has around 33%. So because of that, you can never make more than 33% of the people happy. And so because of that, the Democrats won't vote for it, the Republicans won't vote for it, the president's not going to take a stand on it. Now, our state has already voted to eliminate it, and we've sent the thing up, along with about 15 other states. Have all sent them in, but they're not going to do anything. Yeah, and there is no valid argument for changing it. People say, well, it takes away time from farmers. No, it doesn't. They have the exact same amount of daylight they had before. People say, oh, well, it takes away time from people that work on houses. Nope, they have the same exact amount of daytime as they had before. They just have to adjust their start time a little bit more. That's all. No big deal. They just have to they can actually buy an app that will set their alarm to go off exactly so many minutes before sunrise every day, so that they're literally at work exactly when the sun comes up every morning. I mean, it's not that difficult to figure this out. And so basically the best thing we can do is to leave it stable on standard time. And you're like, why do you want standard time? Why not daylight savings time? I'll tell you why. Our high schoolers already stand in the dark in the morning. All right? And it's just starting to get light as the elementary school kids head out. What you're talking about is putting all the kids out in the dark and leaving them in the dark for half the year. In fact, there'll be times when every child in this county gets picked up before sunrise. If we do that, if we switch to daylight savings time only. If we switch to standard time only, that's best. But people aren't going to like that because in the wintertime, it's going to get dark pretty early. Without daylight savings time in the wintertime, it gets dark, yeah, the way daylight savings time, we've only got, I think, 3 months of standard time anyway. It's mostly daylight saving. They've encroached in on both sides of it. Anyway, the point is I think that I would like to see standard time year round. They're not going to change it. They're not going to change it. It's going to stay like this the rest of all of our lives. And that's because there's no consensus. You have 3 distinctly different camps, and each camp has 30% plus of the people in that camp. So as long as it's like that and there's no reconciliation possible, we're not going to see anything change. It sucks. I would really like to see this end. I hate it. I think it's stupid. But it's what we've got. It is what it is at this point. All right. All right. I think it's hilarious that every time they get a bunch of people together to start discussing who's going to be the next leader, they just bomb the shit out of the building. They've got so much intel and we've got so much technology sitting up there right now that they don't take a fart without us knowing. Well, Merlin's back. Farmers can go to work whenever they want to go to work. It makes no difference. If the schools want to change the times, they can change this. They just change the school times so that they have more time for football in the afternoon or whatever. You know, if the county wants their employees in public safety or public works to come in different times for different parts of the year so that it matches with what kind of daylight scenario that they need for their work schedule, that's fine. No problem. But to make everybody suffer like this, switching it back and forth every year, is absolutely ridiculous. I propose the entire globe should be on one time zone, and people look at me like I have 3 heads. But I think it would be amazing. I think if it's 9 o'clock, it should be 9 o'clock everywhere. We're on the internet now. It's a different world, right? Think about it. We're on the internet now. It's a different world. Wouldn't it be nice if all of our 9 o'clocks were the same? Does it matter? So you eat dinner at 3 p.m. Does it matter? Doesn't matter. Each place would know when their dinner time is and they would eat dinner. It's not a big deal. And that way, when you're online or you're doing something, everybody's time is the same. Yep. But we'll probably never see that. Let me see what we got here. Jordy sent me. I should call you Jordy and put you in charge of engineering. All right, let's see here. Live protests in Portland. Okay. I'm going to put that right, cha. I do replace these big composite screens when I can, because you can't really see much in them anyway. I get that. So here we go. This one's better. This is Portland protests. Thanks for that link. Appreciate that. So the one right above me here is the one we just put in. And that is who is this? Let me see. Our World Live. It's called Our World Live. And there you go. He's got a little channel going there. I'll subscribe. I'm a good guy. I help people out that way. All right. Yeah, I guess it would. Trump vag cream. Yeah. Yeah, I like Universal Time. As you know, when on amateur radio stuff, everything is Universal Time or Zulu Time or Greenwich Mean Time. It all means the same thing. Yep, so there we go. We got the inflatables out. Oh, bloody hell. Hello. Hello, with the bloody inflatables, you know what I mean? If we crazy. No. Why do they protest like that over there? Okay. I forgot you were a Jew hater. That's okay, though. What is wrong, Mama? Why are you twitching your tail? When this cat gets agitated, she starts twitching her tail, and sometimes she just starts doing it. I think like her belly hurts or something, because I don't know what's wrong with her. Yeah, but you have to give that hour back later on. Yeah, is that the whole Mad Hatter thing? If you wear some metals, they'll turn your skin green. If you wear other metals, they'll make you crazy. Kitty, that was supposed to have my cameras on it, but you've messed it all up now. What's with the tail? I don't think she's feeling good tonight. Daddy's sick in there. Okay, so there's that. Let's look at what else we got going on here. Yeah, and we did have 3 of our F-15s shot down. All the pilots are okay. And it was a friendly fire. It was Kuwait shot them down. So, and Kuwait is our ally right now. So it was an accident. They're going to have to figure out how to prevent that shit. Yep, and I think we've lost the only protest, the other protest feed. So let me see if I can come up with something. Looks like we have 2. Count them, 2 protesters in front of the federal building right now. There's 2. 2. Let's count them again. 1, 2. Yeah, it's two. Oh, I think Iran might have just elected a new supreme leader, so they'll bomb his ass into next year in just a minute. Like Trey said, this is where you walk in and they're like, "We're gonna make you the president." And you're like, "The hell you are! I don't want no part of that shit. They're gonna kill my ass." Yeah, there is two protesters. Two. I'm counting. Let me count again. One, two. Yeah, there's two. One of them's on a bike, which means he's a bystander and not a protester. And the other one has a flag. So that one would be a protester. So I think we got one protester, one bystander, and one YouTuber currently. Do you count the YouTuber? I don't know how you do that. Okay, there we go. I've got it up in the protest window. Um, would that be like lib away? It'd be like lib away Trump lib away MAGA mace keeps the libtards away. Kim Jong Un. What a joke that guy is. What an absolute joke that guy is. Have you guys seen the night pictures of that place? The satellite images? It is absolutely amazing. That whole place is dark at night, except Pyongyang, where his house is. They leave the lights on there at night. I bet you he lives just an absolute gluttonous life. Kind of like you, Mama. I don't know, guys. It's been doing good, but it did just go out again. I had to reset it 3 times there to get it to come back on. No, it wasn't Mama, although she's climbing around down here and climbing the ladder and all that kind of stuff. It's all right. I got her. But no, it wasn't her this time. Well, I mean, it's whatever there is. I don't know. Well, let's see here. Let me find the rundown. Here we go. Um, All right, the U.S. has sounded the alarm for people in the region. They're wanting anybody in the region that's there that needs to get out or thinks they can't get out to call the State Department and register with them now so that they can start working on getting you out safely. IDF has now says that Iran launches missiles towards Israel as air defense system is active. The Israeli military said Tuesday that missiles were launched from Iran towards Israel territory, triggering an air defense response and emergency alerts for civilians. In a statement posted on social media, the Israeli director of Defense Forces said its defense systems were working to intercept the incoming missiles. Israel's Home Front Command also issued emergency alerts directing to mobile phones in affected areas, warning residents to enter protected spaces immediately and remain there until further instructions. Exit from the protected... God, I hate when it does that. The page just literally reset on me here. Officials urged the public to follow Home Front Command guidance, saying that the instructions are critical to civilian safety during missile attacks. The latest launches come as Iran continues retaliatory strikes across the region. What just dropped up here? Kuwait jet shot down 3 U.S. F-15s in mistaken friendly fire incident. We know that. Currently, the U.S.-Israeli assault on Iran entered its 4th day on Tuesday, with President Donald Trump saying the plan is ahead of schedule thanks to the early elimination of all their top leaders. The U.S. has urged Americans to leave 14 countries across the Middle East as Iran's counterattacks intensify. The U.S. State Department has also closed 2 embassies in Kuwait and in Saudi Arabia. The Gulf Cooperation Council warned Iran it will take all necessary measures, including possible military action, in response to Tehran's missile strikes and drone attacks. The State Department now authorizes evacuation of non-emergency governmental personnel from Oman and Saudi Arabia. The personnel and their family members of government personnel in Oman and Saudi Arabia are now been ordered to evacuate amid the ongoing conflict with Iran. State Department updates the travel advisory for these countries to reflect the authorized departure and non-emergency U.S. government personnel and family members of government personnel. The U.S. embassies in both countries also urge people to reconsider travel to those regions due to the risk of armed conflict and terrorism. So there you go. Let's see. Sentcom now reporting that nearly 2,000 targets in Iran, Operation Epic Fury, has been struck. In a video update posted to social media, Sentcom commander, here, we'll just watch this one.
Good afternoon. I'm Admiral Brad Cooper, the commander of United States Central Command. In this capacity, I lead U.S. military forces in the Middle East. I'm here to provide you an update on Operation Epic Fury, now in our 4th day of execution. First, I'd like to express my deepest condolences to the families and teammates of the extraordinary Americans who've been killed in action, and I'd also like to extend our prayers for a speedy recovery to the wounded. Yesterday, you heard from Secretary Hegseth and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs. Today, I'd like to give you an operational update on where we are and provide you with some key facts. By order of the President of the United States and the Secretary of War, our military in the Middle East is undertaking an unprecedented operation to eliminate Iran's ability to threaten Americans, as they've been doing for nearly half a century. Having spent more than 36 years in the military, I could not be prouder of America's sons and daughters in uniform who are answering the call. More than 50,000 troops, 200 fighters, 2 aircraft carriers, and bombers from the United States are participating in this operation, and more capability is on the way. These forces bring a massive amount of firepower, representing the largest buildup by the U.S. in the Middle East in a generation. In the opening hours of Operation Epic Fury, U.S. Central Command forces, together with Israel, delivered overwhelming and unprecedented strikes into Iran. Many of you may remember the shock and awe strikes of 2003. The first 24 hours of this operation were nearly double the scale, and we continue with 24/7 strikes into Iran from seabed to space and cyberspace. Now, we're less than 100 hours into this operation, and we've already struck nearly 2,000 targets with more than 2,000 munitions. We have severely degraded Iran's air defenses and destroyed hundreds of Iran's ballistic missiles, launchers, and drones. And in simple terms, we're focused on shooting all the things that can shoot at us. Our B-2 bombers and B-1 bombers have executed uncontested surgical strikes against multiple missile facilities deep inside Iran. And then just last night, a B-52 bomber force struck ballistic missile and command and control posts. We are also sinking the Iranian Navy, the entire Navy. Thus far, we've destroyed 17 Iranian ships, including the most operational Iranian submarine that now has a hole in its side. For decades, the Iranian regime has harassed international shipping. Today, there's not a single Iranian ship underway in the Arabian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, or Gulf of Oman, and we will not stop. We will continue to conduct dynamic targeting operations. We're hunting Iran's last remaining mobile ballistic missile launchers to eliminate what I would characterize as their lingering launch capability. Now, in retaliation, the Iranian regime has launched over 500 ballistic missiles and over 2,000 drones. To be clear, Iran is indiscriminately targeting civilians as they launch these missiles and drones. You've seen it on TV. The evidence is crystal clear and overwhelming. Having said this, we are seeing Iran's ability to hit us and our partners is declining, while our combat power, on the other hand, is building. And my overall operational assessment is that we are ahead of our game plan. Along the way, every single branch of our military is achieving unprecedented success. I'll talk about just a few of them. Our naval forces have deployed multiple waves of cruise missiles, obliterating Iranian command and control and air defense capabilities. From 2 aircraft carrier strike groups, we're squeezing Iran from the sea and have them backed into their own ports. U.S. air forces are doing what they do best, executing a high volume of airstrikes right into Iran. Operationally, the 2 most powerful air forces in the world, the U.S. and Israel, are dominating the skies of the world's largest state sponsor of terror. Our U.S. Army soldiers are defending ourselves and our partners, and in a historic first, the U.S. Army fired long-range precision strike missiles called PRISMs in combat, providing an unrivaled deep strike capability. Also, for the first time, U.S. Central Command's drone task force, called Task Force Scorpion Strike, launched countless one-way attack drones, achieving massive effects. I'd like to point out these drones were originally an Iranian design. We took them back to America, made them better, and fired them right back at Iran. I just could not be prouder of our men and women in uniform, leveraging innovation to create dilemmas for the enemy. There is no adversary too determined, no mission too difficult for the great soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Guardians, and Coast Guardsmen that make up the most powerful military the world has ever seen. Our military objectives are crystal clear, and our people are executing an immensely complex and historic mission with relentless lethality, conviction, and professionalism. And we've just begun. But I have the utmost confidence that we, alongside our partners, will absolutely achieve our military objectives. To all our warriors, Godspeed. Thanks so much.
There we go. All right. Damn this thing. I was just going to mention to everybody that I actually, I'm a fast food junkie. I eat fast food about once a day. I'm a connoisseur of fast food. And I don't normally go to Dairy Queen. I used to years ago. I used to get burgers there. They were pretty good when I was working out at night in the middle of the night. But I don't go there much. Well, as I've realized now on my 50-minute trip home now from my new work that's way on the other side of the county. Now when I'm on the way home, no sound again. All right, well, I guess the sound's out again. It says it's showing that it's sending sound. So I don't know. It says it's sending sound. Would you stop? Quit that. Why are you so crazy all of a sudden? I think it's working. I'm showing that you can hear me. Okay. All right. I do believe it is working now. All right. So we have had dawn over in Israel, Tel Aviv. It is now daylight there, and the sun has come up. Yes, I was just again mentioning that I ate the last couple nights, couple times this last week. I ate at Dairy Queen. I stopped and picked up a burger and fries and came home, and it's actually really good. I got a breakfast sandwich at Wendy's. I've never had a breakfast sandwich at Wendy's in all my years. I got a breakfast sandwich at Wendy's about 2 weeks ago on the way in during that big fiasco at my work, and that was the best breakfast sandwich I've ever ate. So kind of cool. I've two restaurants I haven't gone to in a long time, and because of where they're at now, because of where I'm driving to work, on the way to work, I got a Wendy's and a Subway and a Wawa that are both kind of right on the way. And then on the way home, I have one restaurant, and that's Dairy Queen. Mama Bleep's a little weird tonight. She's clawing me and all kinds of shit. I don't know what her problem is. I think she's not feeling good or something. She was sweeping with her tail earlier, and that usually means she's not feeling good. Yes, abortions are definitely planned murders. There's no way around that. I mean, I don't know how. When people try to justify murder, I just point and laugh because it's like, you can't justify that, dude. You can't, you would never justify that in the eyes of God. I'm sorry. And so, when you're standing there and you have to explain that shit, good luck. Wendy's, where's the beef? That old woman died like 40 years ago. Where's the beef? Yeah, I don't even eat much in the way of sweets, but every now and then I'll get a milkshake or something. J.B. Pritzker. Yeah, I worry about them. I got a lot of cats here, so they do get kennel cough from time to time, but they normally get over it. But I do worry about them. Mama's doing better again. She got really sick, got better, got a little sick again, and is now kind of recovered from that. But Daddy's in pretty bad shape. He's in there literally laying right next to my pillow on the bed in there. He was begging me to go in there when I got home from work. I could tell he wasn't feeling good. So I let him go in. So he's a good cat. He's had a good life. That cat had a terminally broken leg. He should have died from that. And he's had other things happen to him. He's gotten his lungs full a couple times and almost died. And like I said, the neat thing about that cat, that big orange fluffy cat, is he loves kittens. I'll go out there at least once a day, and he's sitting out there, and he's got that kitten all crawling around him. He loves hanging out with that little kit. I got one little kitten right now we're taking care of. You had a Dairy Queen Julius earlier. I've never had one of those. Something I need to try one day. That happened today, Merlin? Oh my God. Yep, I'll tell you, man. Oh, my cats mean a lot to me, and when I lose them, it hurts. Look, there's the dinosaur costume, but the guy's got his old human head sticking out. All right. Anything else, guys? We're coming up on 2 hours. I'm gonna go. It's 11:07. I'm not feeling well, and I need to get some sleep. So I am going to let you guys go. There's not a lot going on tonight. There's no missile attacks. The protesters, it looks like there is one interviewing, one bystanding, one dressed as a dinosaur, and one holding a flag of some kind. And that's the protest. So you decide how many people are actually at the protest. I guess the total count would be 4. Yeah, he doesn't come in as much. He's more of an outdoor cat, but when he's not feeling good, he wants to be with his daddy. So he wants to be in there with me. Yeah, he's a good cat. You're not paying for my benefits. I paid for my own benefits, thank you. But you have a good night anyway. If it makes you feel better that you think you're working for my benefits, then do it. Maybe you'll work a little harder. Yes, like, shares, and subscribe, please. Thank you, Heath. Oh, yeah, I can do that. I think you like 1B, isn't it? Kid Rock B? I think it is B. Because I actually have 2 versions of that song. Led, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. There you go. Yeah, Skating Bear's not even down there tonight. So what's up? Yeah, it's B. Okay, I got B loaded. All right, everybody. I'm going to call it. It's been fun. It's been my pleasure to be your host this evening. I'm sorry I'm a little off my game this week. I'm a little tired, but hey, we're gonna get it done. I'll try to find that one for the second song, Matt. Let me look for that. Oh. think that's over in my other file. Interesting. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'm looking for that. If I find that other one, I'll play it. I'm looking for it now. All right, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Yep, thank you, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe on the way out, and hit that notification bell. We'll be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. or whenever news breaks. You guys have a good night out there, and we'll see you next time. Have a great night and a safe tomorrow. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures, the sights and sounds of Earth.
Yeah, this one's for the red, white, and blue. And the man who fights for it. No apologetic patriotism. Packed with vivid imagery of trucks, beer guns, women, and living free. Production is loud, polish it wrong, polish it around, polish it wrong. When a man really fights for no apologies, a straight fire, let's roll. Woke up this morning feeling damn proud. Stars, stripes, and waving, crowd screaming loud. Donald's back in the game, making America great. Tax cuts flowing, putting money on my plate. Unemployment low, jobs for every man. Black, white, Hispanic, you net in the land. Supreme Court locked with justice is true. Overturning the mess that the left tried to brew. Border wall strong, illegals turning back. No more free rides on the taxpayers' back. Hell yeah, Trump, patriot fire in your veins. Fighting for freedom through the pouring rain. No backing down, no sorry ass plea. America first, that's the way it should be. From the heartland to the sea, we stand tall with Donald leading, we won't ever fall. Patriots rise, let the eagles fly high. This is our country under God's blue sky. Energy born, oil rigs pumping hard. Independent now, no more begging in the yard. Abraham Accords, peace in the Middle East. While haters cry foul, he's slaying the beast. Warp speed vaccine, saving lives in a flash. Criminal justice reform, cutting through the trash. Veterans get choice, no more waiting in line. Trade deals with nigga cheating, making China wine. Regulation blast, saving billions quick. Economy roaring like a monster truck kick. Hell yeah, Trump, patriot fire in your veins. Fighting for freedom through the pouring rain. No backing down, no sorry ass plea. America first, that's the way it should be. From the heartland to the sea, we stand tall with Donald leading, we won't ever fall. Patriots rise, let the eagles fly high. This is our country under God's blue sky. But look at the fools trying to tear it apart. Socialist snakes with a black-hearted start. 10 pine, 10 walls with a joke of a guard. Putting pads in boys' rooms, man, that's low. Instead of the riots, let the cities burn bright. Now begging for peace when it's out of sight. Somali fraud in Minnesota, stealing the vote. Election scams running, choking our throat. Illegals pouring in, fraud on the rise. While real Americans open their eyes. Are these ICE protests stupid as hell? Anti-American trash, ringing the bell, blocking the streets, assaulting the law. Socialist puppets with a commie flaw. Blow up dinosaurs, guitar strumming clowns. Portland frog hopping, turning smiles to frowns. They hate our borders, want chaos to reign. Funded by souls, driving us insane. Tampa Tim and his crew, inciting the fight. Now crying uncle when the flames burn bright. Somali schemes, voting death from the grave. But Trump's coming back to clean up the rave. No apologies here, we're calling it straight. These riots are garbage, sealing the fate. Hell yeah, Trump, patriot fire in your veins. Fighting for freedom through the pouring rain. No backing down, no sorry ass plea. I'm America first, that's the way it should be. From the heartland to the sea, we stand tall. Donald leading, we won't ever fall. Patriots rise, let the eagles fly high. This is our country under God's blue sky. Amen. Space Force launch. Stars in our grass, religious freedom, no more liberal class. Drug prices dropping, saving folks from the pain. I boom and putting us ahead in the game. Tariffs hitting hard, bringing jobs back home. No more selling out to the globalist dome. Government efficiency, cutting the fat, dosing initiative. Yeah, we like that. Pardons for the brave January 6th crew, fighting for truth. What the hell would you do? Back to the protests, what a pathetic parade. Anti-law lunatics getting paid to invade. Throwing bottles at agents, obstructing the way. Comparing the floor just to lead us astray. Traffic jammed up, threats in the air, widespread madness due to even care. Tampa Tim hiding, calling off the dogs now after fanning the flames like a sacred cow, Somali fraud queen. Twisting the rules, but patriots know when nobody's fools. Just a cow was rich, like it's cow, huh? Mighty's in niggas, girl, Chris, the one that done. No city for me, the song Sentcom attentic. Fingers and gifts, Parthegus authentic. Hell yeah, Trump, patriot fire in your veins. Fighting for freedom through the pouring rain. No backing down, no sorry ass plea. I'm your never first, that's the way it should be. From the heartland to the sea, we stand tall. We're not leading, we won't ever fall. Patriots rise, the eagles fly high. This is our country under God's blue sky. Yeah, that's how we do it. Drugs rub, Regis net, back in there. Well, howdy, patriots, from sea to shining sea. It's time to sing of Trump, crushing the socialist spree. He's the boss in the White House, making America great, while Dems flail in failure, sealing their fate. Pro-democracy hero took a bullet for us all, bringing freedom worldwide. Hear the liberty call. Trump's building walls high, securing the border tight, over 400 miles strong, keeping threats out of sight. Economy booming, 7 million jobs in the bag, unemployment at rock bottom, family incomes on the rise, no lag. Tax cuts permanent, no tax on tips or overtime pay. One big beautiful bill signed on Independence Day. Energy dominant, drilling for oil and gas, affordable prices kicking green extremism's ass. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Trump's crushing the socialist foe, making Dems look silly, watch their empire crumble low. Pro-democracy king, patriotic through and through, took a bullet for freedom, red, white, and true. Nobel Peace Prize coming, better hand it over quick. Trump saving the world, making tyrants feel sick. America first, law and order strong, while leftists protest nonsense, they're just plain wrong. Space superiority locked, AI innovation flying, Genesis mission launching, pediatric cancer dying. In here commission fighting chronic disease with might, phasing out toxic dyes, making health shine bright. Trade deals sealed, tariffs hitting hard on foes, Western hemisphere focus where real security grows. Global health reformed, executive order stacking, while Dems divide and flop, their coalition cracking. Dems in disarray, losing the working class vote. Internal fights raging, confidence sinking like a boat. Failed to fix the economy, high prices still sting. Unpopular as ever, midterms gonna bring the sting. Ideological rifts, progressives versus the rest. Crisis of failures, putting them to the test. And fighting like cats, no message that sticks. Trump makes them look silly with his winning tricks. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Trump's crushing the socialist foe, making Dems look silly, watch their empire crumble low. Pro-democracy king, patriotic through and through, took a bullet for freedom, red, white, and true. ridiculous protests and a law and order clowns. Over 1,000 events shutting cities down. Ice out for good, nah, that's chaos in the street. Banging pots at hotels, throwing snow, what a treat. Frog suits in Portland, upside down flags in NYC. Crying about enforcement while criminals run free. After in a good shooting, they rage and they wail, but ignore the facts, Trump's justice won't fail. Huge fraud in Minnesota, beyond beliefs. Wild, it's a Somali scheme, stealing billions. That's the pledge, feeding our future fake meals. Autism therapy scams, daycare doors locked, no kids, what a sham. The Lyran Center misspelled, can't even get it right. Healthcare heist, education cheats under walls is oversight. Nick Shirley exposed its citizen journalism spark. Terror funds flowing, leaving taxpayers in the dark. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Trump's crushing the socialist foe. Making Dems look silly, watch their empire crumble low. Pro-democracy king, patriotic through and through. Took a bullet for freedom, red, white, and true. USA, Nobel Peace Prize coming, better hand it over quick. Trump saving the world, making tyrants feel sick. America first, law and order strong. While lefties protest nonsense, they're just plain wrong. Trump's bringing freedom, global lifting sanctions bold. Trade pacts with Asia, making alliances gold. No more endless wars, peace deals stacking high. Syria sanctions gone, letting hope touch the sky. He makes Dems look foolish, their hypocrisy shines. Like no kings rallies, then freeing dictators' lines. Patriotic powerhouse, pro-democracy stand. Crushing the left's chaos with a steady hand. So raise your flags high for President Trump, our guy. Crushing the damn socialists, turning the tide. He took a bullet for us, stood tall and true, bringing freedom and justice. God bless the red, white, and blue. 6 minutes of glory, patriotic and grand. Trump's America soaring, the greatest in the land.
All right, guys, this concludes our broadcast day here on Starship Adventures. It's been my pleasure to be your host this evening. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. We'll be back tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for another episode of the Sights and Sounds of Earth right here on Starship Adventures, broadcasting worldwide on YouTube and broadcasting from our studios here in North Fort Myers, Florida. I hope everybody is having a good evening out there. Have a safe tomorrow, and we'll see you guys next time right here on the channel. Good night, everybody. Have a safe tomorrow. KO4 EFS signing off. QSY 73s.